Japanese meal prep. We are going to make 6 dishes. Almost all recipes are vegan, or if not, I'll tell you the alternatives. So hopefully everyone can enjoy this video. In my last video, I did a Japanese grocery haul, so if you haven't watched it, please watch it together with this video. So now let's get started. With the broccoli, we're gonna make 2 different dishes. To do that, let's prepare the broccoli first. Cut off the head of broccoli. The goal here is to cut everything into the similar size so that it cooks evenly. Wash and microwave them 600 watts for about 2 minutes. You can boil or steam it instead. We want the broccoli to be still crunchy, and we are going to make 2 dressings. The first one is a nori seaweed wasabi dressing. In a container, add 2 tablespoons of mirin, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, half teaspoon of wasabi paste, 2 tablespoons of water, and half teaspoon of comstock powder. Then we're gonna mix this up. If you are confused by all the Japanese condiments, I have a Japanese pantry essential video linked in the description box for you. Then goes 2 sheets of nori seaweed. Tear them by hand into little pieces. It's gonna wilt down and add this deep umami flavor to the dressing. When the broccoli is still hot, toss this dressing along with the toasted sesame seed so that the broccoli will absorb the tasty dressing nicely. It will last 3 to 4 days in the fridge. The pungency of wasabi will decrease as the time passes. In fact, my kids could eat this on the next day. The next one is a tofu sesame dressing. Remove the water of tofu by putting something heavy on top of it, then leave it for 15 minutes. Crumble them into the bowl, or here I have a mortar and pestle, then mash them. I use this mortar and pestle a lot. If you don't have it, just use a whisk or even the back of the fork. Add 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of miso paste. I'm using white miso paste, but yellow miso will do. To make it even more rich and nutty in taste, add 1.5 tablespoons of tahini, which is a sesame paste. Then mix them well. By the way, I have a shop page on my website where you can see my favorite kitchen appliances and Japanese condiments. Please visit my website. I'm leaving the link in the description box for you. Have a little taste. If it's too bland, add more soy sauce or sugar to your liking, and toss broccoli to coat. This will last 4 days in the fridge. It's creamy, nutty, comforting, and pretty much go with any vegetable too. Next one, tofu and vegetable simmered dish. It's the traditional Japanese recipe which is my grandma made all the time. Peel the skin of carrot and cut them into chunks. Into the pot, add 2 cups of water and carrot and cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes, or until the carrot is about 80% cooked through. Because the carrot takes longer to cook, we wanna cook it ahead so that all the ingredients will be finished cooking at the same time. Now I have a rape flour. Cut off the bottom. The bottom part is hotter than the top. In a small pot, add water and salt. Blanch the bottom part first for about 30 seconds. Then add the top part and blanch it for another 10 seconds. transfer them to the ice bath to stop the cooking process. This will allow the rape flour to retain the texture and vibrant green color. When it's cooled down, drain the water. And for shiitake mushroom, I do a small presentation, but this is totally optional. Make a star shape by cutting on the angle on both sides. My mom told me that the Japanese cooking is not all about the taste, it also has to be the feast for eyes. I'm not so good at it, but I'm learning it now. And thick fried tofu called atsuage in Japanese. Cut into big chunks. You can also use a firm tofu, but this atsuage works perfectly for a simmered dish since it holds the shape very well. In a large pot, add 1.5 teaspoons of comstock powder or fish stock powder, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 2.5 tablespoons of mirin, 開いてない。待って。聞こえる音。ここでなんかやってる。And 2.5 tablespoons of light soy sauce. If you don't have a light soy sauce, just use regular soy sauce. And mix with cooked carrot. And we are going to use the remaining water too, so don't toss it away. Mix that well. And place atsuage and shiitake mushroom, then bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, reduce it, simmer, and cook it for 6 minutes or until the carrot is fully cooked. Off the heat and add rape flour. It's beautiful. I love the contrast of green and orange. The leftover rape flour will be used for salad or into the soup. Let it come down to the room temperature, and in this resting time, all the sauce will be soaked up into the tofu and veggies and make it bold in taste. Transfer into the container, and to boost even more flavor, sprinkle some bonito flakes powder, which you can buy from the company called Kokoroke Package. They send you the curated Japanese local goodies to your door. If you are missing Japan, the link is in the description box for you. I like to enjoy as cold. It tastes even better in the coming days. Next one, burdock curry with a little bit of Japanese twist on it. My kids love this, plus great for the bento box. Carrot chopped into small pieces. And same for the burdock. If you don't have a burdock, use potato or lotus root as a sub. Basically, any root vegetable will do. And onion. Again, peel the skin and chop them into small pieces. You wanna cut everything into the same size. To a pan, add oil. I'm using rice oil, but any high smoking point oil like avocado oil or olive oil will do. Add 1 teaspoon of grated garlic. I added too much. If you like the garlic flavor, you can add more though. and followed by carrot, burdock, and onion all at once. And stir them over mid-heat for about 5 minutes. Get your pan moving to prevent it from burning. Add chicken mince. If you are vegan, use mock meat or beans or peas. Chickpeas or lentils should work pretty well. When the chicken is cooked through, in goes 1 teaspoon of curry powder. Let the aroma bloom for 2 minutes. It smells so good now. Then time to add liquid. 1 tablespoon of rice wine. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And 2 teaspoons of tonkatsu sauce. If you don't find tonkatsu sauce, use Worcestershire sauce or tomato ketchup, or even oyster sauce should work too. Continue to cook until almost all the liquid is gone. Have a taste, and might need to something more, so added soy sauce and tonkatsu sauce. I always start with less seasoning and adjust the taste at the end. In a way, you are less likely to be messed up. The other day, I put it over the rice and asked kids to decorate with the edamame and corn. Always trying to involve kids into cooking so that it encourages them to eat more without pushing them to eat. Mommy is always happy when they eat peacefully. For mushrooms tends to go bad easily, so when I buy bulk, I cut them and freeze them. Whenever I make soup or stir fry, just grab some from the freezer and pop them directly without defrosting it. Just make sure to remove the stem and vacuum the air before you freeze. 네. Also for the spring onion, chop them finely and keep them into the container. This is something I do every week. When you open my fridge, you will always find this chopped spring onion. And 2 more to go. Let's make turnip salad with this yukari seasonings. It's very easy but such a refreshing side dish. Thinly slice the turnip, and we are not going to use this leaf, but great for the miso soup. I actually have a video using this turnip leaf for miso soup, so you know the drill now. Please go to the description box. Sprinkle some salt and massage until it's lightly wilt. Leave it for 10 minutes. And you will see lots of moisture come out, and the turnip is very playable. Squeeze the turnip and transfer to the container. In this way, salad won't get soggy for a couple of days, which is great for a meal prep. Sprinkle some yukari powder. I'm adding about 1 teaspoon, then toss them to coat. Yukari powder is tangy just like a pickled plum, and it does contain salt, so try not to add too much at the first place. Have a taste, and from now on you can add little by little to your liking. I tend to forget the side dish, but with having this as a meal prep, you can always brighten up your table. Perfect for the simple fried dish, like just make a simple fried rice or even with the pasta. The last one is a soft boiled ramen egg. Bring the water to a boil and add vinegar. Gently place the egg into the water and cook it for 6 minutes. Transfer into the ice bath. This will make it easy to peel. Now remove the shell and just marinate it with the mixture of soy sauce and water. I have another video on how to make ramen egg, so for more details, please do the link on the description box below. And that's it, guys, we made it. This is the longest video I ever created. If you are watching this far, first of all, thank you very much. Please leave the comment which dish is calling for your name. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and please share with your family and friends. And just an update, my kids are on the spring break, so I'll be full-time mom until the end of April. So I might not be able to create a video that often, but I will try as much as possible. If not, I will update you guys on Instagram, so follow me along at Miwa Japanese Cooking Class. See you on the next one. Thank you very much. Bye bye, mata ne.
今日のね、役所。